The heart of the matter is what Solzhenitsyn implied in his Harvard comments. Society is not just a collection of sovereign individuals with appetites moderated by the state. It's a community of interdependent persons and communities of persons. Persons who have human obligations to one another along with their human rights. One of those obligations is not to intentionally kill the innocent. The two pillars of Catholic social teaching are respect for the sanctity of the individual and service to the common good. Abortion violates both. In the American tradition, people have a right to bring their beliefs to bear on every social, economic, and political problem facing their community. For Christians, that's not just a privilege. It's not just a right. It's a demand of the gospel. Obviously, we have an obligation to respect the dignity of other people. We're always bound to treat other people with charity and justice. But that goodwill can never be an excuse for our own silence. Believers can't be silent in public life and be faithful to Jesus Christ at the same time. Actively witnessing to our convictions and advancing what we believe about key moral issues in public life is not coercion. It's honesty. It's an act of truth-telling. And it's vital to the health of every democracy. And again, it's also a duty, not only for our religious faith, but also for our citizenship. The University of Pennsylvania's motto, as most of you know, is Leges sine moribus vane. It means laws without morals are useless. All law has moral content. It's an expression of what we ought to do. Therefore, law teaches as well as regulates. Law always involves the imposition of somebody's judgment about morality on everyone else. That's the nature of law. But I think the meaning of Penn's motto goes deeper than just trying to translate beliefs into legislation. Good laws can help make a nation more human, more just, more noble. But ultimately, even good laws are useless if they govern a people who, by their choices, make themselves venal and callous, foolish and self-absorbed. It's important for our own integrity and the integrity of our country to fight for our pro-life convictions in the public square. Anything less is a kind of cowardice. But it's even more important to live what it means to be genuinely human and pro-life by our actions. Fidelity to God, love for spouse and children, loyalty to friends, generosity to the poor, honesty and mercy in dealing with others, trust in the goodness of people, discipline and humility in demanding the most from ourselves. These things might sound like pieties, and that's all they are until we try to live them. Then their cost and their difficulty remind us that we create a culture of life in the measure that we give our lives to others. The deepest kind of revolution never comes from violence. Even politics, important as it is a poor tool for changing human hearts. Nations change when people change, and people change through the witness of other people. People like each of you here tonight. You make the future. You build it stone by stone with the choices you make. So, my dear friends, especially my young friends, choose life. Defend its dignity and witness its meaning. Witness its hope to others. And if you do this, you'll discover in your own life what it means to be fully human. Thank you.